Stupid bed.
All right.
Yeah, you got to hit that mug a few times though.
Yo, what's goody, family? Welcome to the Devil's Advocate with Ace Anderson and Akron Watson, where we're making the best case for the guiltiest pleasure. Get the fuck out of here. That's what she said. Wow. She wanted to be abstinent. Damn. We already together. I think that's a
Man,
sign,
ask
nigga.
anybody. There are no benefits to abstinence.
I completely agree with that now. I completely disagree with that now. There are definitely benefits to being abstinent. Thank you very much.
Yo, what's going on, family? We back for another week with the Devil's Advocate, Ace Anderson, Akron Watson, and man, it's a week of celebrations, a week of some lots of changes.
Where?
And
you
know, I see I'm representing right now.
Just right into the thick of it.
Right into the thick of it. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about what I'm representing right now, y'all. Yeah, man.
Go ahead.
So
Go ahead.
I want to talk about loyalty, man. I want to talk about loyalty, dog.
This is stupid. Why are we doing this? This is stupid. I feel dumb.
Oh my god.
I like it here.
Nah, man. I just
right back to it.
I don't know how to feel, man. I don't know how to feel, bro. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. I don't even know what I'm supposed to say right now.
I mean,
Well,
I think you should definitely talk more about it. Like, yeah, let's talk. Yeah, okay, let's get at least some of it out. Let's get at least like, let's start with like, give us an appetizer.
So on Thursday, I got an email from let's say I got an email from someone that has not reached out to me in over a year, almost a year, saying that the new Dallas Theater Center season has been selected. And they finalized the season and there's not a viable acting track in it for me, and therefore my contract will not be renewed for the coming season. That's bullshit. That's just bullshit. I read that email and I said that that's just utter bullshit. And I felt so disrespected. I felt so I don't even know where to start, but it's just so disrespectful, yo. It's so dirty for them to do me like that with a very cold, clearly canned email. You could tell stuff was copy and pasted. It wasn't good. It didn't feel good.
And then you responded.
I replied. I replied with several messages asking. I wanted to clarify. I'm like, so I want to make sure that I'm really hearing this properly. You're doing an entire season and you don't have a slot for a black man. You don't have a slot for me. You're a company member, a tried and true DTC company member. You don't have a slot for me. Why are you fucking bullshitting me? Why are you lying to me? It doesn't make any sense. Why are you lying to me? I didn't know. I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel. I should have expected it. Low key.
Nah, bro. Because I feel like if you signed up like everybody else signed up, what you should expect is what everybody.
Y'all getting tea right now.
Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Nah, man. But that's what Martin Luther King got killed for, was equality, boy. He didn't get killed because he was trying to fight for black people's rights. When he started talking about everybody's rights, that's when he got killed. Because when you start talking about everybody's rights, you got to deal with everybody, because that's true equality. It's not just I want to be where you at. Everybody should be where you at. We should all be sharing it. But that's not what capitalism is. And so, you know, I think that DTC is making a money move, but they did it in the wrong way, and that's some bullshit.
It's just like, why lie to me, man? Why lie to me? Like, I love Dallas Theater Center. I love working there. It just doesn't make any sense. Everything that I've done has been for the betterment of Dallas Theater Center. So for them to do me like that, like just, and not, I didn't get no email from the artistic director, no text message, no, dude got my number. They know how to call me.
But you did hit him up though. And y'all are gonna meet up though.
Yeah, we'll get to meet up this week and we'll figure out what that is. But I want some answers, man. I sent them an email. I sent the board an email and I said, yo, I want some real answers. Don't lie to me. Stop lying to me. Okay? DTC, man, like Dallas, y'all got trouble with this shit, man. At the arts district, arts organizations, what the fuck is y'all's problem, yo, with communication? Why can y'all not communicate with people? Y'all make art for a living. It makes no sense. You make art for a living and you can't be truthful. You can't be forthright. You can't be honest with people. Why are you lying to me? I need to know that. I just want to know why I'm being lied to and why it's going down like this. You know what I'm saying? I was forced to take a hiatus. Basically forced to take a hiatus because of an announcement that my wife made on her own personal social media post. I get a phone call from a producer saying, hey, so what are you doing? Where are you moving? Are you good? Never, didn't ask me, not checking up on me, not seeing how I'm doing and what's going on with me. Nah. Y'all want to basically, oh, well, I guess you're going to take a hiatus and we don't have a slot for you and we don't have anything for you. This is how y'all want to do me, but when George Floyd died, y'all was calling me, oh, I'm so sorry for all of the stuff you have to go through, and I'm going to try to do better, and I'm going to call you every week. These are the types of calls I was getting because George Floyd died because of white guilt. And now y'all going to do a black man like this? I'm over here thinking like, oh, you know, I can't wait. Like, I'm going to use all of this, all of my TV success, my film success, you know, with Dallas Theater Center support to go out and go do this. And this is anyway, I didn't even call. I just wanted to get that off my chest that's what I'm experiencing right now. And
it could have, honestly though, bro, it could have been, now this is a unpopular opinion, but it could have been because of your success.
Now, I can see that. I can see how it can be like, oh, you know, he's off doing successful things in film and television. He clearly doesn't have time for theater anymore. But ask me, call me, pick up the phone, just like you can rudely call me while I'm moving, and I'm telling you I'm moving, and you're like, oh yeah, well, I got things I need to tell you. Hey, it seems like we should probably take a hiatus this year. Like, hey, lady, I'm fucking working. I'm moving right now. I'm doing stuff. I'm busy. You can't just call me and then ask me to give you a complete life update that I wasn't planning on giving you. It has nothing to do with you. What my moves has nothing to do with DTC. So what the heck are you in my business for?
I mean, I feel you, bro. That's probably that might have been.
But you can't call me when you actually when you about to let me go. I basically been let go this whole year. They ain't called me for nothing. I haven't got no emails. I can't even get no insurance from y'all. Can't even get no insurance. I called them like when my equity insurance ran out. Guess what I called? I called DTC. I'm like, hey, so my equity insurance just ran out. You know, they bumped up the prices. We haven't been getting paid in the last 6 months or whatever, however long it's been. Can I get on the insurance? Oh, well, seeing as how you're no longer a company member, you're on hiatus. You don't qualify for any insurance. So I'm like, so what is me being on hiatus mean? That just basically means I'm fired. That means I'm not even.
Yeah, it sounds like a furlough.
So this is the BS that I've been dealing with, man, and it's just been on my mind, and I don't want to be upset about it because I am seeing the signs. You know, the thing that I wanted to talk about really this was the signs that God gives you that it's time to take your career to the next level. Because that's what I think that this is. I don't want to be looking back. I don't want to be jaded by this situation. I'm frustrated because it had to be wrapped up in a lie. You should have called me and said, hey, yo, this is what's going on, or we don't have any money, or whatever.
It's so fucking easy.
So easy. Everything is happening via Zoom now. You have no fucking excuse to not reach out to me. You have no excuse to leave it to a very poorly worded email. You have zero excuse for that. So that's so frustrating, man. And that is going to be the end of Dallas Theater Center. I'm telling you, that type of shit, that type of bullshit is going to be the end of all arts organizations, man. That's why you are failing. That's why you are struggling the way you're struggling, because you don't have any loyalty. There is no trust in your organization. There is no communication. I can't take your word for shit. How can I work with you if I can't take your word for anything, yo? It doesn't make any sense. I promised myself I wouldn't yell. But I'm mad, y'all. Leave comments, please. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Let us know what you're thinking in the comments below. But yeah, man, I really, you know, just kind of backtracking back to March 2020, early March. I started to really struggle with whether or not theater was still a viable option for me in this time, you know, doing stage, because it's been a childhood dream of mine to be a film and TV actor. That's what I want. I want to be on Will Smith's level. I want to be operating on, you know, A-list movie actor levels. And when I became a company member at Dallas Theater Center, I really thought that it was time. Like I was like, oh wow, like I'm gonna be put on the map. People are gonna know who Ace Anderson is. And Dallas Theater Center did a really terrible job of promoting anything that they were doing, and so it was basically like I was performing in a vacuum. And the productions were fantastic. It was like basically the way I equate it is like going to grad school. You know, I went to a really high quality grad school, acting grad school, where I got paid to perform and teach and do all of that. But the promotion, the marketing, the visibility was not there. It was not where I wanted it to be at all.
Yeah, it's the right quality marketing.
Yeah, man. And so I really, like, I was like, this is everything. This is like 95% of what I want for my career right now. And so for the last 5 years, I've been working tirelessly to try to get the marketing team in shape, man, to like be able to promote. So
you were a company member in the shows, but you were also a company member in the shows.
Yeah, so I was creating a lot of visuals. I was um I was always in the office of the marketing team, but that was like one of my first meetings with the director of publications, to just create some marketing materials that like would at least elevate them to another level where they would get some visibility for people that look like me, not just stuffy old white people. Um,
Hey, do you feel like you attracted those people when you were working there?
Yeah, man, absolutely. I mean, I was always getting people that I met out in the industry, just in nightlife, going out to the music scene in Dallas, getting people to come to the shows. But it was difficult, man. I'm not gonna lie, it was really tough just because of the way that the arts district is set up. It's not really set up to promote, and like you have to know where you are in order to.
It's subscriber
want to see
it's subscriber
exactly.
Yeah. And like,
and
I don't really know how it functions.
Yeah, I mean, it's really all old time marketing, man. Like the direct messages, direct mail. A lot of like little things that junk mail, things that you throw away, that type of stuff. That's the marketing. What'd you say?
Why aren't there commercials?
Well, that's another issue. That's an issue with equity, actually. If you put the actors in the commercials, then you have to pay them a SAG rate.
So damn.
And so it's so messed up, yo. But it's so, I mean, exactly. So you got to get that money, but then the marketing budget is pretty much they put everything into the marketing budget, but then they don't use the marketing budget to pay the actors or pay to create a commercial. They use the marketing budget to buy billboards and bus ads and whatever else. They put it in all these other places. And so I was having a tough time, man, trying to just be in the mix, like, because it was really frustrating for me being an actor and nobody showing up. I'm performing to an empty house. Like we busting our ass in rehearsal and nobody is showing up. This is really frustrating. And I feel like I'm wasting my prime. That's what I every day I be on stage, like I'm just wasting my prime. Why the fuck am I here right now? Like, is this even worth it? It's just, and I would say it was the educational aspect of it. And there's so many people that would kill for that job. Like that's the top of their career. But for me, that felt like, yo, if this is the top, yo, like I don't know if I could do this, and so I felt myself wanting to to break free of that, to break free of the vacuum of theater in Dallas and start making big moves, start making films and doing TV shows and all of that. And then coronavirus hit. And it was like, oh, it's time to put your money where your mouth is. And so I put all of my energy into, getting on film and TV and got a manager and made the whole thing happen. And DTC was trying to regroup and figure out what they were going to do. And the whole time while they were trying to figure out what they were going to do, they're dragging the Brierley Resident Acting Company along for the ride, but they're not paying. So they're like, here's a little stipend, here, there. And it's like, we're kind of stuck because you're asking us to be available if you create a project, but you're not going to pay us for maintaining that availability. And that became really, really tough because I'm like, yo, I'm down to do whatever y'all want for DTC. Like, you know, let's make it happen. Let's make some movies. Let's make some skits. Like, I was ready to go meet up with some of the company members and just bring my camera and be like, yo, let's just film something, you know, so we have some content for DTC. Because I was ready to work, man, ready to do some stuff. And but they wasn't making any moves. Oh no, this isn't happening. We can't do it because of this. There's a complication here, complication there. So I'm like, yo, I can't just be waiting around for y'all to keep getting mollywopped by equity. Because every time they would try to do something, equity would come in and be like, oh no, you can't do that. And so we would just be stuck, man, left and right. So now I'm like, yo, I need to just focus on film, man. Like, that's what I need to do. Fuck theater, yo. And it's really sad because my major plan has always been to use the following that I amass in all of my success in film and television. And then that way, when I go and do my next show at Dallas Theater Center, it's like, oh, Ace Anderson is in that show. That shit is packed out because I'm in it, right? And then we can start re-energizing theater by making it fucking cool. Because theater should be cool, man. I'm tired of this the old way. The old way is done, man. Coronavirus tried to wipe y'all out, yo. The old way should be done away with. We need to start some new stuff. We need to look at a new just some new options for theater, man. A new look. What can we do? How can we change it? I can't hear you. What? Yo, I think you're on mute. I think you're muted. You muted? No? What the fuck? Why can't I hear you? Can I hear myself? God damn it. I don't see any like voice meter for you. Man. Can you hear Akron? Can everybody message and let me know if you can hear Akron? Oh, there you go. You're back.
Check.
Yeah, there you go. You're back. There's just a lot of things. Somebody asked, what does new theater look like to you? There's just a few little things, like not the whole idea of theater. Theater is my first love, right? That's the thing that got me in the game and made me realize what my passion was. But I would say that there are a lot of elements to producing a theater show that are very old and need to be done away with. Just certain ways, like just little things like how they treat cell phones, you know, and using phones and taking pictures and having shareable aspects of the play, you know, of the performance. You know, there should be more.
Now, what do you say? What do you say to the actors that don't want that because it'll take their focus away?
I say that there needs to be some sort of balance. So if there's a moment where phones are allowed, right? Let's say there's like a moment at the end or at the beginning of the show where it's like, hey, take pictures because we want, like, you know, that's what some people do now. Like, you go to do something, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if you're just going to a restaurant and you want to show people your food. You want to show people what you are doing. And we don't want to show people outside the building. right? So you have to give us a few opportunities, maybe in the theater, in the space, where we can actually share what we're experiencing. And that doesn't have to be like, you know, you're allowed to leave your cell phone out the entire show and then just film us. But if in the beginning of the show there's a moment, or if at the end of the show there's a moment, hey, take pictures, and that's okay.
What if there was a way instead that the theater could send you pictures of your experience? Would that work?
Yeah, but I mean, I think that requires the theater to do a lot more work, and I don't think that they're ready for that level of work because they're already doing the job that they have poorly. They're not marketing it, and I'm talking like outside of Broadway, you know, because Broadway is all commercialized, so they know how to sell. If it's commercial, they know how to sell. But for regional theaters, they don't necessarily market very well. They kind of rely on their tried and true subscriber base, and the subscriber base, sorry to say, is dying.
Do you think that regional theaters should take some of the tips from Broadway then and just like do what Broadway does?
Absolutely. I think, first of all, I think that theaters should not be nonprofits. I think that that's very silly because I think it diminishes the quality. It diminishes the what do you call it? I want to say like the respect, the
Je ne sais quoi.
It just makes it like kind of a novelty. It
makes it sort of corny. It makes it sort of like it delegitimizes it. You know what I mean? Like,
that's the word I'm looking for. It delegitimizes theater as like something that I should be paying for. You know?
Right. Yeah.
Oh, it's a nonprofit. It's
well. So are Broadway houses not nonprofit?
I don't know necessarily about Broadway houses. I don't think that they are, though. The way that they operate certainly does not seem like
so the Broadway houses that I've been in have been privately owned, so that they've been owned by people because they're literally named after the people, or one was owned by a bank. So I assume that the one owned by the bank was not nonprofit.
Correct. Yeah.
And they only got Broadway shows in, and they advertise via commercials.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what Dallas Theater Center should be considering is that there's so many people living around them now that if you would just put yourself on their televisions, if you just put yourself on the televisions in the apartment building that just got built right next to your fucking building, which I'm sure they're thinking about. I don't know. I'm sure that someone there is thinking about that.
But see, the thing is, the people that they market to already know about theater and already kind of go to theater, right? Like,
you're trying to market to who?
I'm trying to market to the people that don't realize that they will be blown away by a theatrical performance. And there's people like my friends. There's so many friends that I've brought my time being at Dallas Theater Center that it was their first time seeing a play. 25 and up, their first seeing a play, and they come and they're like, "Wow, this is what y'all doing here."
Right? They love it. They fucking love it. Yeah.
Yo, you gotta tell me, and they be mad. They'll be mad if I post a picture with another friend because I gave them comps instead. They'll be mad at me, bro. That type of shit because they love it, and they would like, they tried to tell me one time I was arguing with them about marketing and stuff, and they were like, "Well, you can't get somebody to like broccoli if they don't like broccoli." I'm like, first of all, you calling it broccoli is the problem. The fact that you think the theater is broccoli is the problem. But on top of that, you don't sell broccoli by going like, "Oh, this is broccoli and I know you're probably not gonna like it." You got to be like, "Yo, this shit right here is Yo, this shit is good.
Well, yeah, but like more specifically, like how do you make it cool? Like, how do you truly make it cool?
Bro, exactly what I'm about to do, son. Watch and learn, my friend. Because the way that I don't know a single celebrity actor, a single one that's doing regional theater, yo, that is like down doing regional theater. I don't know a single one.
Okay.
One. So imagine a team like Ace Anderson and Akron Watson come through making the largest arts district in the country, which is the Dallas Arts District, pop because of all the music performances we're doing, all the new innovative work, right? We're bringing in new playwrights and commissioning them to write stuff for our shows and bringing hundreds of thousands of people to the Arts District to see our shows and our performances. Then we host the film premieres at our theaters in the Arts District. So you're funneling all of these people, creating this atmosphere of art, of cool festivities, nightlife, right? Making the opening night events really dope events, not private where we get a little restaurant and we just want to make the 5 actors in the show feel cool with the 60 people that came and saw them today. No, we talking about doing a red carpet event at the dopest club in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? And then bring celebrities to come and perform at the opening night party.
Mm-hmm.
With a talk.
Are you saying that we should get a building right now?
No, what I'm saying is that's how you do it. What I'm saying is like, so all of the money that you make as a TV and film star,
take that money
and produce dope work. It doesn't cost a lot, not in Dallas, right? I mean, we could probably use a third of something we make on a project, and and that'll fund. I mean, think about what Jeff is doing with Prism, what Jeff Colangelo is doing with Prism Theater with no money.
Yeah.
And he's making innovative works of art. He just doesn't have the visibility. But if we were the visibility. That's my plan. That's why I'm like, it's stupid for y'all to let me go as a company member, because like I'm gonna be a fucking celebrity. I'm gonna be iconic. I don't know if you understand that. I don't know if you understand that. Like, you gonna let me go and then you gonna lie to me so that what? That doesn't make any sense. It makes zero sense. I'm one of your best actors. Anyway, but so this is what I'm saying, man. Like, the success that we're amassing as we move on in our careers, as we tackle the next step in the journey, those resources are all to be used to make regional theater, bro. Bring people to our shit, our shows, and say this is theater, and we get to be the relics of that.
I'm down.
Because I don't know nobody doing it, man.
Even if they are, they're not us.
Right, exactly, man. So, I see this as like, this is the start of every great story. Like, you get slighted by some institution, by the man. The man slights you. And
for the record, they never slighted me, but like I really felt like I could only work there. I could never actually like be there. Like I you know what I mean? Like it always felt like I was there visiting.
Mm-hmm.
and I worked there like 3 or 4 times. I just it could, and I wanted it to be my home. So you knew that at the time. Like you knew that when I was working there, my dream was to keep working there. And then I tried to work there, and they wouldn't give me the job. And it like that really bothered me because it was like I have been the only black man working here for a while. Like they did. It was Hassan. Hassan was in the company at the time, but he wasn't in the 3 shows that I was in. Um, I think he might have been in Christmas Carol. I can't remember. Where is Hassan?
Hassan left too. Hassan moved on to bigger and better things too, man.
He left.
Yeah, man. But that was back when they only had the one black man per company.
Yeah, I didn't realize that he was in the company for a while, man. I remember seeing him and just not really like putting it together that he was the one black man.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like y'all, I don't know how y'all could tell me that you have there's no viable acting track for me.
I just think they just didn't want to tell you, that they ready to choose another black man. They want another black man.
Right, but then you're gonna get caught in a lie. Why risk getting caught in a lie?
That is the dumbest shit.
It don't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
It's the dumbest shit.
You're gonna lie to me about the situation. I was never checked in on. They were supposed to call me to check in on my hiatus status to see, hey, what's up? Are you still doing film? Are you thinking about coming back to the theater? Like, are you willing to audition for any of these roles? Nothing. They didn't ask me jack diddly squat.
Not Jack. What?
I'm afraid so. It doesn't make any sense, man. Why lie? But can anybody tell me that? Like, why lie? Tell me a good reason for lying. Just tell me a good reason for lying, please. Because
my God. I just watched something. I shouldn't have been looking at my phone. I saw somebody popping a wheelie, and I thought it was gonna go good for him, and he ran into a car. That shit didn't go well for him. I'm so sorry. So sorry. I didn't mean that. But I don't have a good reason. But here's the thing, though. People do. Most of the time, it's about tact. Most of the time, it's about some political bullshit that they just didn't want to tell you this shit. And so they gave you like a very sort of like a slanted answer. Like, and then, people blame the reason that they lie on you. They're like, well, it's like we didn't want to tell you in this way. We were trying to protect your feelings and protect you, and like we didn't know how to say it, and like it's always some like tactful thing. It's tact. It's always been tact with me. It's always been like, well, you should have just lied. Well, why would I lie? Because that's nice.
Nah, man, it's not nice. It's not nice for me. It's disrespectful, really. To say the least. It's arrogant. It's condescending. It's just disrespectful. I work too hard as an artist. I'm too diligent. I'm too benevolent for y'all to do me like that.
Not benevolent.
And so I want an apology, and I want an explanation for a very honest explanation for why I've been lied to. Why risk why risk the fallback, or the blowback? What is it? What is it called? I don't even know what it's called. See, I don't have any fears like that, man. I'm not scared. Y'all got all this fear. What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of a black man? Afraid of a lawsuit? What are you afraid of? Like, what are you afraid of? Why can't you talk to me, man? Real, be straight up. Be honest with me. It doesn't make any sense. I don't like being lied to. I'm not a fan of it. Yeah, man. So I wanted to get that off my chest, man. I didn't even really want to.
You did it, man. You got it off.
I didn't even want to go in like that, man. Like, I just wanted to like say what was going down, but like, I'm upset, man. I'm really upset. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in Kevin. I'm disappointed in the entire faculty, the entire staff, whatever you call them. Everybody on the 8th floor.
Everybody on the 8th floor. Every single person.
I'm very, very frustrated because for anybody to work there for longer than 6 months and like really work there proper, because I was just kind of on the outside. They really tried to silo the acting company. But like anybody that like really worked there and y'all didn't try to you stuck there and kept with the miscommunicative BS, man. If you didn't try to stop that shit, bro, then I'm disappointed in you too. Because every moment you could look at my emails, you could look at anything, bro. Like every message that I have sent to anybody at Dallas Theater Center has been about getting to truth. Let's get to the truth of it, man. Some just BS would go down in the like things that would happen, and I just watch it happen, and I'm like, why the fuck is this a problem? Why is this a problem, yo? Why can't you should have told them why did this happen? Oh, it was because of this. Okay, why don't you walk over there down the hallway and fucking tell them exactly what it was? It's like don't make any sense, man. It doesn't make any sense, bro. And then now the fact that we're in Zoom times and everybody is forced to communicate electronically, and y'all still can't get it right. Man, so
I have no defense for them in this particular scenario. I love the Dallas Theater Center, though. I ain't gonna stunt, man.
I can't front either. That's why I'm so disappointed, because I love Dallas Theater Center. That's why I'm rocking this shirt, because y'all ain't gonna make me hate Dallas Theater Center. This is my Dallas Theater Center. You understand? This is my Dallas Theater Center, yo. So I'm so disappointed in how you have treated me. This doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. I'm trying to figure it out. Y'all didn't communicate with me. Nobody talked to me. Nobody called me to say, hey, like, let's check in. Let's talk to him and figure out what's his plans. Just at least that respect. Maybe I would have said, oh, no, maybe we'd have come to the same conclusion. But at least there would have been that level of respect there. But y'all have ripped the rug from underneath me. That's not fair. It's not fair to me. And you didn't even communicate it with the company. Because I sent them, right after I got that email, I sent all my company members a text showing them what was up. And they were all livid. Oh, look at this. These are cowards. Yeah, they was mad. Everybody was mad. But I mean, it's not the first time the acting company has been mad. They don't really respect the acting company like that. They want us to shut up and act. That's the message that I kept getting from several people when I was talking to them about their shitty ass marketing. Because nobody wants to say it. Everybody wants to be like, oh yeah, you love it. Let's keep pouring money down the drain. Let's keep throwing money down the toilet. But when God forbid I say something, I speak some truth, they like, shut up, Ace, shut up, Ace, shut up, Ace, shut up, Ace, or you're not going to be in the company anymore. So I want to know, is that the issue? Because I was vocal about marketing? Because I was vocal about how the shit was really going down?
Bro. How are you feeling?
Oh man.
We're going off for 50 minutes, bro. 50 minutes.
All right. Okay. I think I'm gonna give it a rest. I'm supposed to be having a meeting with Kevin at some point. He's promised me that he's gonna send me some dates for us to meet, and I expect that to be true.
I expect that to be true.
And we'll meet up and we'll get to talk it out. But I still want to email back from the board. I want to email back from everybody. I want some answers, man. I gave them 7 questions. I had 7 questions for them, and I expect an answer to all 7 of them. So that's how I feel right now, man. I'm a little hurt. Like I feel gross because I'm like I'm really thinking like, oh, DTC is that's my home. Like I always got that. Like, you know, just like I have no reason to think that I'm not gonna be a company member anymore. I'm like I act well. That's my job, just to be an actor. You know, like I do good shows. You know, because y'all gonna be mad at me because I didn't do your whatever. Whoever knows whatever this season was. Like, what was this season? I didn't know. Nope, it was just all full of uncertainty. Why would I stay committed? It's like I was committed with y'all for the first, couple months, but then like, brother gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta eat, gotta get insured. You know, both me and my wife. You know, it's not just me. So, and then thank God her stuff was taking off. Her stuff started to take off. So I didn't need to be so desperate for the DTC income and just feeling like I got to do whatever y'all say. Jump, y'all say jump and I say how high. It shouldn't be like that. I didn't like how it was starting to feel like that. And that's how it was. And so that's why I took the hiatus. Because it's like, that's apparently if I don't want to be a part of the inconsistency, then I have to take a hiatus. So I did, but that's been great, man. Things have been going well in terms of film and television, and I've been excited to bring my success back to DTC. But it's not time to bring the success back. It's time to keep moving forward. And so,
but we could collab with them later this year, though.
Yeah, man. I mean, shoot, y'all want to collab? Y'all owe me some collab time for real.
Y'all owe me some collab time.
Yeah, because y'all got to make this whole thing right. Y'all can't just fire your star company member.
Fuck, bro. I forgot to call. Man, my life is broken.
Bro, before we get out of here, I want to talk about the Hamlet project, bro.
I ain't talking about this. Talking about this shit.
Oh man. Okay. So but yeah, man, I want to move forward, bro. It's time to move forward. Oh, I want to move forward. I want to move past all of this. And the good news is I just booked a film today. Boom. Booked a film playing the Jamaican gangster. Yeah.
Boom.
So, you know what I'm saying? Life moves on. When one window closes, another door opens. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna keep that window like so we can make a little money off of them. Like 6 to 8. I mean, with them, money with them.
Word, man. Well, hey, if they down, I mean, I just don't want the lives, bro. So
Well, now that we know that they do that, we know how to approach them.
word, word. Well, how you feeling, man?
Man, like it feels like you said, bro. It feels like that part in the movie where like something happens to you, you gotta get up and go do something. And like I've been feeling like that. And so I'm this feels right in the pocket. It feels like payback. It feels like revenge right now. Like I'm literally working on revenge body with Tony.
Mm.
He just sent me my workout plan, like literally while we was doing the show.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? And so like, man, I'm excited, to and not to kind of excited like, oh, like yay, but like I am anticipating the work that's coming and I'm generating the work that's coming. Like, that's also the thing too, is like this is all us. This is, I mean, like, the fact that happened might have been a blessing in like 2 or 3 months. And you know what I'm saying? You have no clue. You might look back and be like, if I was with the theater center right now, this would be an issue, but it's not an issue. And I just really, it's again, it's not the like excitement, like I'm going to Six Flags. It's like, I'm going to my first day of work.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's my first day of work. And I'm anticipating the work and like I know what I need to do and like I've actually done this job before, but like maybe never this hard, or maybe this is a new like level of the job. That's really what it is. Like we on new levels. We just gotta like fucking smash that shit. We gotta fucking smash that shit. And so like I feel like this is where I get mad, bro. This is where you get fucking mad, and then you get even. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it's the big payback. Like that's how I used to look at the theater center anyway. Every time they told me no, I was like, I'm going to come kill y'all. Like I'm going to come murder y'all. And then when I worked and then went and did my thing and came back, and it was because they like flew me back and paid for it. It was payback, nigga. It was fucking payback. It's that's literally always what it is with me, man. Like every time somebody tells me no, I'm like, I'm gonna get your ass. So that's the energy I feel. That's what I really feel. But I try to keep it, because it's not a competition really. But like when decisions like this happen, man, when things happen and they're like not fair, could have been handled differently and all that stuff, man, you deserve what you get. So when Ace Anderson comes smashes on them, you deserve that shit. They deserve tonight and whatever else they get. Because I don't even do stuff like that, but I did not show up to Shakespeare at Dallas though, and I don't even feel bad about it. I don't even feel bad about it. I don't even feel I don't feel no pain. I don't feel no pain. That's from a musical I was in. I was 12 years old. But yeah, yeah, man, he just sent me this stuff, man. Like it's revenge time, bro. It's time to get back at him. You know what I'm saying? That's how I really feel. Tomorrow's, gonna be a big day because it's day one of, work every day. We could both sit here and talk about something we got going on, man, outside of stage work.
Yeah, man. I just finished the sizzle reel for the reality show, which is super hot, super exciting, man. I'm like super hype about that.
It's crazy.
Just booked the film. We're working on Blackout. We're starting to write we're putting pen to paper to actually start the script, the actual hard copy script this week. And yeah, man, I've been starting to do a little bit more, getting a little bit more cardio in my exercise. You know, as I gear up for Blackout.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm gearing up for Marvel. Nigga. Blackout is just gonna be one thing I'm gonna do on my way.
Yeah.
I swear to you, bro. I'm going to write and produce the Green Lantern movie, or I'm going to write and produce a new hero in the Marvel universe. Either I'm going to drop the DC movie. Either they're gonna let me be Green Lantern like they should. It's gonna take like 2 years for them to like, because I'm about to do. I'm doing my first Hollywood film, man. And like when they see and they're like, he's kind of like old enough to do this, but still young enough to do this type vibe. That's the vibe I'm gonna be on. It's like he can be a hero, but he can also be a dad. That's kind of cool. You know, because they did it on fucking CW with Black Lightning, and it was a success. Black Lightning was a success, man. He's got 3 daughters now, and they're all superheroes. And it's like, nigga, it's just like a superhero family now on CW, and it's just going. It's just going. They got a break-off show, another show.
Oh, where the spin-off?
Yeah, one of the characters now has his own show.
Oh, wow.
So like
that's the same comics as Static Shock.
I wish, man. I got a homie that's got a version of Static Shock from St. Louis, bro. Bruh. He actually, I'm gonna send you we should show that footage next show. Cause he actually filmed I think it's like an 8-minute pilot for what he thought could be a live version of the Static Shock universe.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, man. Some cats out of St. Louis, man. Some amazing actors and writers. Young cats. I think he's like 20, 26, 25. But yeah, man, they gonna let me do that. They gonna let me do the Green Lantern thing, or I'm just gonna create a brand new hero and put him in the Marvel universe. I'm just gonna write my way into the bitch like, all right, and then this character comes in here. you know, and just let me have it. Give it to me.
Yeah.
If you really want to give us a shot, like don't make it Black Panther, just create a whole new bow. You know what I'm saying? His powers are this, you know. He's somebody's husband, and he just, you know what I'm saying? His powers awaken and some shit. I don't know, but like, yeah, because
you got to create it yourself.
That's what it's got to be. We as soon as we got to LA, man, I say we because I feel like I went to LA with all of Dallas.
Yeah,
and I feel like as soon as we pulled up in LA, they was like, yes. Even in the pandemic, man, like that felt like a reality show popped up that quick that I just met somebody. And he was like, oh man, we got to work together, and from that came a reality show. It's just like. That is a testament, you know, and to have booked a film there without even having to go in the room, bro. Bro. I feel like the world is our oyster, man. But it's not for you know what I will say though. For me, more than ever now, it's about bringing it home. It's really about bringing it home. Because I came back, man, and like my church wants an arts program. My cousins got involved in art, and now they want me to come to their arts program. And I literally see that I can do it all. Like, wait, I can fly to LA and shoot this movie. I can go over here and do this. But you know what would really kind of like not give me the availability I would need now that I'm saying this out loud is a Broadway show. A Broadway show would like kind of knock me out. Unless I was able to perform here in Dallas on a regular basis in a Broadway show, style show, because you know that's 8 shows a week. Period. Yeah. Period, man. Period. And if you're a swing, which is the people who only go on with other people, you know, it's like they do more time.
Right.
So no. I don't think that stage is like gonna. It's unfortunate. I want it to happen. Because I'm still auditioning for Broadway shows, but I'm also auditioning for movies. I just booked one. That bitch is in Hollywood. You know, in L motherfucking A. Yeah. Once that started happening, and I'm doing that shit from the crib, Y'all done
It's gonna be
fucked
hard
up.
to go back.
Y'all done fucked up. But it's gonna be Gucci, man. I think it's gonna be Gucci. We just gotta keep doing what we doing, really, and amplify it. You know, period.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. That's what we doing. That's what's happening. Because like I've been kind of feeling slightly similar. It's so funny that you say like bringing it home, because like I feel like I've done so well to establish Dallas now as a home base. Like, and then with my managers, CMA, shout out to CMA Entertainment, hooking me up, yo, with the bi-coastal representation, yo. They got me doing the what show did I do? SWAT in LA. Then I just did The Last OG in New York, and I just booked another film that shoots in New York. And they got me auditioning all the time. I did my first SAG film. My first SAG film was in August, in Austin. And so I feel like I've been kind of just working everywhere, man. It's been dope. And I've been auditioning for stuff all over. So I feel like now, especially with DTC abruptly cutting the umbilical cord, I feel like it's time for me to sort of start really settling, like, what do I say? Like putting little stakes in all of these other cities, you know, flagging all these other cities. This week I'm going to Florida, going to Miami to do a little performance. And so that's going to be cool too.
Yeah, and those markets, man, they would love you for a time period, bro. Like it's not just like you can just go do one thing there, and you got so much talent, man. Like if you pull up in the city, man, like you can thrive wherever the fuck you are, wherever the fuck you are. And I really feel like if I pulled up in New York, I would be able to now like have resources to like start doing stuff like that, and I can pull up in LA and do that, you know. And like now I'm realizing that I could have been doing that in Dallas, and so now I'm here in Dallas where I know all these people, and my schedule is just going crazy, and it's beautiful. It's just I don't even know that I could have appreciated it without going through the pandemic. It's what's crazy. It's crazy. Because the pandemic pushed me to go to LA with nothing, but just enough money to pay my rent. You know, it was like I have no connections here. I'm just here, posted up. I've told people that I'm here, and I knew one lady that lived there. I didn't actually know that she lived there. She just told me that she lived there. Bro, if she could have just not, she could have just been stunting. You know, like she turned out to be the most amazing resource and person, and is probably like one of the most Hollywood people that I know right now. She's like at every Hollywood party with the celebrities. I don't even know why or like how she gets in, and she brings all her friends, and they're all just like dressed cute. And I'm like, who are you? And she's from Fort Worth. She's a writer, and she's got like 6 or 7 scripts, and she's literally just I think she's just selling scripts, and she has a rug business, and she sells rugs too. And sometimes she does both. Sometimes she's like on the set, and like then she's like, you know, I'm gonna give you a, you know, and next thing you know, she sold a rug to like Floyd Mayweather, you know, which is crazy to me. I'm like, what? But that type of stuff, you know, is happening, and I see all these like pieces of puzzles and shit, man. That's why I called you on the fucking on the reality show, because I was like, this is right. This is right. This is all. I see it. I was like, Ace is back in my life, and this okay. And so, you know, I'm kind of like anticipating the wave now, man, because it doesn't matter how bad it feels, because it all feels purposeful, and it feels like, you know, it comes with responsibility. Like now you have a responsibility. I hate to say it, but because of this thing that happened to you, now you got a new set of responsibilities, and like tackling those is like where my brain is at every day.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I got ADHD because I spend 2 seconds on everything, bro. I'll be like beep 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 beep. Which I have been thinking that I might have ADHD, but I'm gonna go get that. I saw a meme today and I was like, that sounds like me. Oh my god. Um, but yeah, man, I still at the same time, man, like it's not that excitement. Like I'm about to go and buy a car. It's not that. It's the excitement like I just got a courier job in my car, and like it's like let's go get this money, man. Like let's go put these boxes in this car, and let's go get this money, man. I be thankful sometimes for hip hop because I feel like in times like this, I can go and just start listening to some hustling music, and you know what I'm saying, and just
Yo, do you have one album that you listen to, or like a one track, or like a go-to sound that you listen to?
Get rich or die trying. Get rich. Let's listen to the title. Get rich or die trying. Because that's what he's doing. He's doing it literally right in front of us, man. Like, listen to the album. Honestly, anything by 50 Cent in that era, all his collaborations too. Like,
Yo, you want to know what I listen to? Literally, I can listen to this shit on repeat, bro. Play the album from top to bottom, son, and it gets me right in the mood. If you're reading this, it's too late. Drake, 2015. If I die, I'm a legend. Oh my God. Oh my God. If I die, I'm a legend. Bruh. That's how I be feeling, son. But listen, but truly, that album, son, I feel like every song on that album is a hit. I just like, and I don't feel like Drake has done it since then. That album for me, like every song, I'm like, damn, this song is like, this song gets me in the just get me in the mood, man. I just be ready, bro. I got enemies, got a lot of enemies, bro.
that was a good song. That was a good song,
bro. 10 man, yeah.
Nah, man. I need that like fucking like niggas is getting murdered tonight if I don't get the vibe. I'm telling you, man, because I feel like in those moments, it's like I'm gonna stay up and study until my eyes pop out, and I'm gonna be so intensely serious about whatever piece I'm working on, and it just makes me feel like a ravenous. You know, like bro, I be trying to feel like a beast for myself. I'm not trying to kill nobody. It's just I want to be an animal at that shit. Like, when I come in the room, bro, like my smile, what's behind my smile is a monster, nigga. Like I'm there to kill, and then after I'm done, like I don't care who I upset. Like people trying to speak to me, texting me, like that's why I be losing friends. It'd be like when I start really hustling, grinding, I'd be like, like I just wait. I want it all. I want it all, man. Because I don't even believe that it's owed to me, man. I just feel like it's there for the take, and it's about who works the hardest, bro. It is about who works the hardest on the thing, and like. Man, I want to be the hardest working nigga in the room, and trying to deal with family right now too, man, has really been like on me. And what I'm realizing is that there's gonna be some things that I can't get because I need to balance my loved ones with my love affair. You know, it's like I need to make sure that in my hustling mentality, I don't be like, well, you know, fuck my mom. Oh shit, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's like that piece. She was like, I don't need that. I got me. You know, I don't need that. I got me. You know, that's really my mentality, and I think that's a lot of actors' mentality. So I ain't saying that I'm any different from everybody, but that's how I be. I be on some ravenous, hungry, like Hamilton. like the reason I liked Hamilton is because that's how I want to be seen. I want to be seen like young, scrappy, hungry nigga, like just like skinny, and you know he's skinny because he ain't been eating, and you know what I'm saying. Like that was my first year in New York. It just felt like I couldn't afford enough food to like really even be like thick, and so I just took that role of just like I'm just gonna be kind of like slim and just be like a New Yorker type nigga, you know, and just I walk now, so let me just not eat too much. I don't know, man, but like I feel like that's the best place for me to be. Being kind of in a cushy, sort of nice situation doesn't do, and that's what we do as men. You know, I was talking to this guy, man. He's like 55, and he's like, you know, every time I make money, man, I do this. It's like every time I make a certain, I do this, and I just sit back. You know, he's like, that's what men do. You know, he's like, women are always kind of like teetering around, and you know, he wasn't mansplaining it because it was two men, but like I wasn't subscribing to the shit. But like, as far as like what I do as a man, for sure, I get money, man, and I just sit back and I chill. You know, I buy everything that I want. I set it all up, and then I just be like, all right, cool, and I don't work anymore. And if I do work, it's that automatic thing, you know. It's that thing you were talking about where it's like, what will you wake up and do? Like, if you just woke up and roll out of bed, what would you do? You know. And I've been telling people that like the three things that I would do on default is I would eat, I would entertain myself, and I would have sex. And so I started trying to figure out a way that I could get paid off entertaining myself, like getting paid off gaming, because that's what I like to do.
You know, I discovered that entertainment is actually education. Like the things that we entertain ourselves with are puzzles. They're all little puzzles, no matter what it is. Like, let's say it's a video game. You're going to figure out how to get to through the video game. By the end of it, you're going to learn something. Let's say you love watching cooking shows. If you're watching the cooking show, like that's entertainment, but you're learning the story, you're learning what's happening throughout that. So you may watch a whole season of cooking shows, and then now you have learned how to cook. So when you're in the kitchen, you're actually using what you learned from the cooking shows, from your entertainment, to be able to apply it to practical cooking.
Would you ever teach acting though?
Would I ever teach acting? Yeah, I mean, I've taught acting before.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's part of my part of my job at Dallas Theater Center was no. But yeah, so I taught a summer class for 2 years or 3 years. I don't even remember, but part of it was teaching a summer class, and 2 hours a day for 5 days a week for 8 weeks.
Damn.
And yeah, man, that was actually really a good time. Working with the kids, and it teaching teaches you. But I also just have been really looking at entertainment as a form of education, and it kind of makes me shift my thinking, because people are always saying, oh, we should make education fun, make education entertainment. But it's like, yes and no. Entertainment should be educational. It should be the other way around, because people want to be entertained. People don't necessarily want to be educated, right? People don't want to have to. There's a lot of people that don't like to have to learn something. But if you put it in the form of something that is entertaining, then they can't help but learn something. So, yeah, I've been really reevaluating all of my stuff, and to that, I just finished beating God of War on PS4, and it's actually been really motivational, man. Like, if you play that game, so the idea of the story is that Kratos this will be the last thing before we head out of here. But the idea of the story is that Kratos is is a Spartan, and he wants to avenge his family's death. His whole family has been slaughtered, and so he prays to the god of war, Ares, to save him. And so basically Ares enslaves him and makes him do his bidding. So Kratos, the main character, avenges his family himself by killing the god of war, and then becomes the god of war. So then throughout the series of the game, you play as this god of war, but eventually Kratos kills everybody. He just destroys everybody. So he moves over to another realm, and in the game on the PS4, he's living amongst what is it, the Celtic gods? Is that who Thor is? Who's Thor and Odin and all of them? They're Celtic, right? Or
yeah, they're not Greek. So definitely,
yeah. So in this game, you're playing with all of them, and it's kind of cool because you're like learning about all of these Celtic gods as you're playing the game. But with this game, Kratos has learned from all his mistakes of killing everybody and doing these terrible things, and now he's trying to protect his son and raise his son. So you play the entire game as this father and son story, and you watch Kratos try to be a good dad to his son, like, and really try to teach him without being such a hard ass. Like, he's not. This is Kratos. He's a beast. He's like doesn't really show any love for anybody, and so it's really interesting playing this game and watching the story, and that's been teaching me a lot. Like, honestly, just how I've been moving through the world has been like, okay, I need to, like, what would Kratos do in this moment? How would Kratos talk to me about, like, focusing on my work, or, being diligent, or getting to the end, or not getting distracted by petty missions and stuff like that. There's lots of little nuggets in there. So I recommend, if you want education, if you want your entertainment to be educational, or you want to learn anything from what you're doing, I recommend highly playing God of War on PS4.
Bro, I've never heard a grown ass man advocate for a video game in that way. That was fucking fire. I fucking like that shit because I feel like you don't hear that shit enough. Niggas need to know that there's some good shit happening on these like Spider-Man. There was some good ass shit happening on that game. Remember fucking when Spider-Man came out, in the way like their relation, it was like a soap opera. And you were learning from these relationships that Peter was having with his aunt. And I was like, this shit is lit. Yeah, that's what's up. Nigga. But also, I watched an episode of Loki. Shit is fire.
Word. I like it, but I don't like when TV shows do the old new thing.
The old what?
The old the futuristic, but it looks like the fucking 60s, Loki. You know what I'm saying? All the technology looks like it's old school technology.
Oh, you don't like that?
But it's futuristic. My idea would be, because I'm always trying to rewrite these. Y'all need to hire me, Mark. But my idea would be, if this place exists outside of time, right? The idea is that it exists outside of time.
Yeah.
So there isn't any time. Why did they pick one specific time? All the technology instead should look like a cacophony of different timelines. So you got stuff from the 90s. You may have a cell phone that looks like a flip razor, but then you got like a communication device that looks like Cyclops' shit. You have just, it should be more mixed. Like there's different time zones.
I think
you don't have any operation time.
The interesting thing that I like about some of those choices is that, of course, they probably were like thought about 100 times, but in my mind, it made me think that like the favorite era of whoever those gods were was that time. Like this was our favorite era. Like if we manage the timelines, like what would be my favorite era? It'd be like my favorite era would I don't it wouldn't be not right now. It'd probably be if I had to choose between what you know what I mean? Like and then I choose it, but like I'm governing the whole timeline. That's what I thought. I just was like, oh, so like their favorite timeline was the 60s. And so like it's like oh we'll just have everything look like in the 60s, even though it could look like like 2045. But I like the fact that you want to see that shit though, because I feel like that. Remember the scene where he stops and he looks at the city and he's like, "I thought there was no magic here."
Yeah.
When I see that, I feel like that technology exists out there somewhere. The kind of technology that you're talking about.
Well, see, it's not even so much that it because it seems like every technology exists. Like it's outside of time, so they could do anything. They could read.
Yeah, true.
Whatever. But like the style of the computers or the way the tape deck looks, it looks like a tape deck. Like it's like, come on, man. like it could look like anything. You could pick any time period. But like, imagine if it went back, like one door looked like a Game of Thrones door or some shit, and then one door was like, it just was all mixed, like the letters low-key. Like the low-key letters are all different and jumbled up, and it looks like he's in all these different time periods. But then when you're in the one place, it looks like the 60s. Like, I don't know, man. I can't get out of that. I cannot.
That was a suspended belief for me, but like now that you're, what's funny is now that you're talking about it, I'm thinking it's a budget problem. I think they just didn't have. I think these little side shows just don't get the same budget.
See, I don't think that would cost any. That wouldn't cost anything because it's just like we get to pull from all of our movies. Just like pull the set pieces. Let's use this set over here, and then that shit would be dope because Loki's just walking through, and as a viewer, you're like, what time period is he in? And you can't decide because it's timeless. He's existing outside of time itself. So it shouldn't be a specific time in here. It shouldn't feel like any time. It should be like, whoa, I was in the 60s over here, and then now I'm in the 70s. Now I'm in the 2000s. And now I'm in year million, and we're in a flying car, but then we have a record player over here. Like, it just should. I don't know. If I was, we could talk about this for a whole other episode, bro.
All right, bro. Let's get out of here, man.
Yeah, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been so fun. Thank you for hearing me vent about my Dallas Theater Center. But you can vent about your Dallas Theater Center however you want. And we will see you guys next time on The Devil's Advocate. Well, maybe we'll be talking about some video games. Stay tuned. Peace out, y'all.